Welcome back to the SFLm for this week 5 matchup between the Ottawa Cavalry and the Annapolis and Navigators. I'm your play-by-play commentator Liam Franter, and joining me this evening is my partner in analysis. Oh look, it's Cameron Irvine. Welcome, Cameron. How you doing?
What's up, everybody? Greetings from no longer Hawaii.
Nice sunbathing in the SFLm bye week for you. But we got important business to attend to today. The Cavalry and Navigators, they're returning from the league-wide bye week with mixed fortunes over the course of this season. Both these teams are on 500 records, but only one can emerge victorious and push on towards a playoff berth, and the other's going to be stuck at 2 and 3. So, what are you looking forward to in this matchup, Cam?
I'm interested to see if we can get a little bit more out of the Annapolis passing game. It's really struggled this season, and both offenses in general have shown flashes of brilliance, but flashes of mediocrity as well. Both teams 500, and it's a big one. We'll see who shows up tonight.
And it's going to be Annapolis winning the kickoff to start this game, kicking from right to left in their black with green bottoms, and Ottawa receiving in their white tops and black bottoms. And the kick is away from Caleb Richards for the Annapolis Navigators, and that is returned to the 25-yard line of the Ottawa Cavalry. Your offense for Ottawa starting this game, Cyrus Jive under centre, returning from last season. Dwayne Simmons at halfback, Azami Mihata at fullback, Gus Scott, Michael Knight, Isaiah King the fourth, week 3 signing at wide receiver, and the tight end Dusty Rourke. First down here, a strong I formation to start this game for Ottawa, and they won't get a yard on that play, just pass out to the flat cam, and they get into the pass game early. Going to be interested to see what they do on this opening drive.
Jerry Degon, one of 2 defensive backs in the SFLm with a defensive touchdown this season. That's the free safety for Annapolis. Josh Neal on the other side for Ottawa, second in the league in tackles. So a couple of great defensive backs to watch out for tonight.
Strong out spread and a run up the middle. And that's going to be a nice gain of 7 yards on the second down. Makes this a manageable third down for the Ottawa Cavalry. As I said before, entering this game, going out of the bye week, they are on 2 and 2. Both these teams on 2 and 2, and looking to just secure a winning record for going into next week. 3-step drop here, and that's nearly a pick from number 40 of the Annapolis Navigators. That's Rachel Menner, female outside linebacker for the Annapolis Navigators, and that's going to bring a quick 4 and out for the Ottawa Cavalry.
Rachel, the better half of Corey, out here doing her thing in the minors, hoping to get drafted, and it was a really nice break on the ball. Annapolis needed this early to put their offense in a pretty good situation. We know how great Randy Squarebush is, but teams have been all over him last couple of weeks.
Yeah, Randy Squarebush is an excellent halfback, 2-way player out of Louisiana, and I've seen him before during my time commentating on these SFLm games, and he has been an effective player for the Navigators on offense. And just going through that Navigators offense now, Gene Struthers returning from last season for the Annapolis Navigators under centre, Randy Squarebush, as we mentioned, Joel Harleman, week 3 signing, Kai Avery III, Reggio De Niro, and Arain Darby, 2-way player out of Mexico City in wide receiving core, and Lachlan Martin is the tight end. Shotgun set here for the Annapolis Navigators. That's going to be a quick... No, they're not going to give him the spot. Very close there on the first down, but a nice play to start. Let that gun straight there, Cam.
De Niro doing work inside. You know, these receivers, the receivers that can volunteer to go up the middle, it's like volunteering to call a game with Liam. You know, you got to make some sacrifices, but at the end of the day, they're the most valuable ones out there.
It didn't take long. We're doing a public service. And there's a run up the middle, and that's going to be a first down up to the Annapolis 46-yard line. So Annapolis with the first down of the game, and making progress up the field here. Going to be interesting to see what Gene Struthers and Randy Squarebush can do. Nice pick up there from Randy Squarebush, the two-way player out of Louisiana, as mentioned before. Going to go into a single back set here with Twins out to the weak side. That's going to be a run outside, and that is a nice pickup of about 5 yards there. Good tackle on the play by number 22 of the Ottawa Cavalry, shared with number 21. That's Josh Neal and TJ Frosty. Safeties pushing up and doing some work there on the tackling side of things.
You know, we may get Rochelle Colston in here after all, Liam. after some delays, you can decide what you want to do with her.
Welcome in, Rochelle. How you doing?
Oh, well, she's not here yet.
And that's a run up the strong side, and that's number 21, Randy Squarebush, with an excellent play up to the 8-yard line of the Ottawa Cavalry. And it is not a good start for the Annapolis Navigators. A quick 4 and out. And now we are looking at a red zone attempt for the Annapolis Navigators. Excellent work there from Randy Squarebush. Just pushed up on the blocking on that strong side run there.
Really creative run there out of the gun, Liam. And before we bring Rochelle into roaster, I must say, what a selfless player Randy Squarebush is to take the two-way contract, play behind Colin Hart, really have a nice productive season and a successful season at that for Louisiana.
And that looked like it was going to be a successful run there, but just stopped short by number 21. That was TJ Frosty, another tackle for him. And Annapolis doing everything they need to do on this drive so far. So second and goal here for the Annapolis Navigators. They're going to come out in an I formation. Looks like a TE flex here. That's going to be Gene Struthers changing it at the line here. That's a strong side toss, and he barges into that defender, manages to break out and tackle. Number 22, Josh Neal, stops him. These safeties really pushing up and making all the tackles that they need to do so far.
Yeah, that's Josh Neal, mentioned at the top of the broadcast. He's really been playing well, and actually a returner from last season to Ottawa. This kid's going to be a top draft pick this season, I have a feeling.
Third and goal. Annapolis looking to finish off the drive here. That's a dangerous pass, and that's going to be 4th and goal. Not able to get his feet in bounds. That was number 87 of the Annapolis Navigators, Lachlan Martin. Right to the tight end is Mike Daggs, a dodge, so to speak. But and that attempt, just not able to get his feet in bounds. That's pretty clear. 4th and goal here. Field goal attempt coming up for the Annapolis Navigators. Caleb Richards kicked the game off. He's going to kick off the point scoring, it seems, with 6:32 left to go in the first quarter. Should be routine, and it is routine. Field goal 18 yards is the official mark. And Annapolis off to the start that they needed. Good drive. And Ottawa looking for answers early.
I am convinced that Mike Daggs gets some sort of check or cryptocurrency or something every time somebody mentions throw it to the tight end. It seems to come up a lot. And I don't know what he's got going on, but
I just love tight ends. That's what it is. I'm a big fan.
And on that note, maybe Rochelle, you ready?
Yes, Cam, I'm here.
All righty. Let the roast begin. Have a great call, everybody.
Thanks, Cam. And welcome in, Rochelle. And welcome you all in to this SFLm matchup between the Ottawa Cavalry and the Annapolis Navigators. Annapolis up 3-0 very early in this game. 6 minutes 25 to go in this first quarter. Changing it up at the line is Cyrus Jive, returning player from last season. Takes a very quick drop, and he's just not able to find his options out there. Throws to number 34. That's going to be Azami Mahata. That's the fullback for the Ottawa Cavalry. And both of these teams have fullbacks, Rochelle. It's something I like to see. Very underrated position in this league.
It's a very important one, though, Liam. We use ours, especially for our run game.
2nd and 10 for the Ottawa Cavalry. Not able to get anything moving so far. No first downs so far in this game. They're going to run it up the middle. That's a great run, but just stopped a little bit short of the first down. 3rd and 4. You want to be picking those sorts of yards up on first down, make it a bit more manageable. Don't necessarily... This is a bit of a tricky situation to be in, Rochelle. 3rd and 4. Do you pass or run here?
I would hope they would pass, but it looks like they're going to run the ball here.
Yeah, they're going to take
No, they're not.
Drop. They're going to throw it, and that's going to be blocked. Excellent start here from the Navigators defense. Number 52 on the block there. That's Tundra speed. Excellent work from the inside linebacker there, dropping back into pass coverage. And that is going to be another punt for the Ottawa Cavalry. Nothing doing for the Cavalry offense so far today.
So 3 and out they go.
Oh yeah, Bunner, I'm coming. I'm locking in.
So Ottawa with the punt. It's going to be Hayden Loft. That was very close, nearly blocked. And that is not going to be much of a return for the Annapolis Navigators. But a good start from them so far. If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at www.simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. And we put the first down in this drive for the Annapolis Navigators. That's going to be a nice pickup. They've had nice pickups all game so far on all of their offensive plays. And 2nd and 4 is coming up for the Annapolis Navigators. Be interesting to see them try and go to Randy Squarebush here. Try and make use of the strength that he's got coming out of the passing game and rushing game in Louisiana, which likes having a dual threat running back. Split back formation here. And we'll go with 5-step drop. Just goes to the check down, and that's a fumble. That's a clear fumble. And that's going to be 3rd and 2. The Annapolis Navigators do recover it. Very fortunate there. That would have set Ottawa up in great field position. But the ball's just not bouncing Ottawa's way today. They're not going to challenge it, it doesn't look like, Rochelle. But very big break there for
that was
the
clearly a fumble.
Navigators. Yeah, it was definitely a fumble. And that's going to be a run, and that's excellent work from Randy Squarebush. Just manages to dive over that first down marker. Excellent work there.
Great insight knowing where he was on the field, knowing that he had to get over the first down marker there. Great job.
1st and 10 for the Annapolis Navigators, coming out in strong power I on their 39-yard line currently. That is going to be a run to the outside, and that is going to be 2nd and 3. Another nice pickup for Randy Squarebush. He's earning his money today, Rochelle.
He definitely is. He's looking really good today.
2nd and 3 for the Annapolis Navigators, hoping to keep up this momentum. They have had the most of the ball so far today, and Randy Squarebush has had the most of the ball today as well. But he's not going to pick up any yards there. 3rd and 3 coming up for the Annapolis Navigators, and I'm not going to the pass too much, Rochelle. I think they don't want to become too predictable. If they keep going to Randy Squarebush all day, you'd at least try and get it out to him in the screens, try and mix it up a little bit.
Oh, I agree. You can't play a one-sided offense. The defense will eventually pick up on it, and there we go.
And that is going to be a nice stop there. So Ottawa getting momentum back a bit, forcing that fumble. Not able to recover it, but that's TJ Frosty again. I think these safeties have had most of the tackling numbers so far for the Ottawa Cavalry, and they will get the ball back on this punt away from Pete Ellis.
Let's see if Ottawa can get their offense going here.
Yeah, that is going to be returned to the Ottawa 17-yard line. Well, let's talk a little bit about that Annapolis Navigators defense, which has been so solid so far today, not allowing a single first down so far. Defensive tackle Wallace de Moranville at defensive tackle, all name team member right there. Defensive end Rocco Rossi, inside linebacker Tundra Speed, outside linebacker Rachel Mena, cornerbacks Tyson Thorne and Dominic Matz. Safeties are Jerry D. Gond, Grant Hardaway, Dale McLean, and Nathan West. And that is nearly a pick from number 22. That man himself, Dominic Matz, 6'1", 205 pounds for the Annapolis Navigators in their cornerback core. And that was an excellent play there from Annapolis. Just every single defensive play has just worked so far today, Rochelle.
Yeah, that pass looked a little wonky coming out of the quarterback's hand. It was like kind of like a loft pass.
Yeah, Cyrus Driver's not found his groove so far today, and he's going to try and find it now with the audible at the line. And that is going to be a nice pass. Just not able to get enough space for his receiver, number 11, Gus Scott, to work his way up the side of the field there. But they got to get a first down. You won't win the game if you don't get first downs, Rochelle. I mean, that's a pretty obvious thing for a commentator on a game to state, but I mean, it's true. It's just reality of it.
He let his receiver out of bounds there. He had plenty of room to turn up field, but he just let out of bounds with the pass.
And that is another fourth down for Ottawa. And Michael Knight is down on the play. Just checking. Didn't get a view of him. Yeah, didn't get a view of him there. But that is going to be the Ottawa Cavalry wide receiver. So this just goes from bad to worse. Hopefully not too badly hurt and will be able to come back in. This Ottawa Cavalry offense needs all the help it can get at the moment. But not to talk it up too much, but Annapolis still with only a 3-point lead. But they have had most of the ball, I would say, so far in very limited sort of spurts, I suppose. So,
well, the Navigators are doing what Ottawa needs to do. They're getting more yards on first down, which is very important to make your second and third even, less difficult.
Yeah, they've had more of the ball in limited spurts. That's a little bit contradictory. What I meant to say was, when they've had the ball, they haven't necessarily... They have some good plays, gotten them quite a bit of yardage, but not been able to translate that into points. They'll be able to do it here. Single back set for the Annapolis Navigators, and that is a long bomb that is nearly picked off by the Ottawa Cavalry. Their defensive end Ziggy Blaylock, at defensive end, TJ Frosty, he's been all over the place today. He's the free safety along with Kevin Smoker, Josh Neal, and GB Wallace, week 4 signing for the Ottawa Cavalry. The other defensive line and linebackers, Buster Bronx at defensive end, Robert Vale at defensive tackle, one Mississippi, two-way player out of Denver, and Timothy Connolly at the linebacking core for the Ottawa Cavalry. And number 21, Randy Squarebush, 72 yards on the day, on 10 attempts. And that's very good production there from Randy Squarebush.
And the defense had that 4-4 defense. They had the box really stacked, and he still managed to get yards out of that.
Gun straight for the Annapolis Navigators, looking to pick up another first down. The only team to get a first down in today's game so far. And that will not do it for them. That's a deflection from number 25, Kevin Smoker. And he smoked him on that one, Rochelle.
A lot of 3 and outs here, it looks like, apparently.
Yeah, going to be a game for the defenses if the first quarter is anything to go by. So just watch as the remainder of this game turns into a shootout. Pete Ellis
came out throwing the ball this time, which was really surprising since he was using Squarebush.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, no, that is a little surprising as Pete Ellis makes the punt. Yeah, you've been seeing them go to Squarebush a lot. Their game plan generally tends to a lot of those stronger sets. But, it only takes one play for Ottawa to get back into this game. They could pick up a first down and a lot more. They could end up throwing a long bomb or something like that. They've got to get something out of this drive. You can't just keep getting stuck in this field position battle. And it does look like they're coming out in an empty set, hoping to do something here against what has been an extremely solid Annapolis Navigators defense so far. 3-step drop, and that is going to be
Nice play.
just short. Very nice play by both number 42 of Ottawa. That's Dusty Rourke on the reception there. Female two-way player coming out of Charleston. Charleston, whatever. Charleston. Get my pronunciations right. The Britishisms slipping in to my pronunciations. This is going to be a strong Jokers formation. And Ottawa we stopped just short. And they can't do anything to get this first down so far. They come so close. I would have even given them the spot on that excellent play there from Dusty Rourke.
You know, the Navigators are giving them a really tough run defense here. We haven't found the answer to that yet.
Absolutely, yeah. 4-3 set here. They got their guys sort of lined up in zone, but just ready for just in case this one comes through here.
Oh, he didn't get it again.
Didn't get the first down. That was Dwayne Salmons, and that's going to be the first quarter. Ottawa set to punt in what has been a game for defenses so far. That's 3-0 to the Annapolis Navigators as we enter the second quarter.
And poor Ottawa keeps losing their field position battle. They're getting terrible field position, where Annapolis is getting pretty good every time they punt to them. So,
yeah, punt on the way from Aiden Loft, and I expect good field position here for Annapolis.
they've been having it all night. I mean,
Yeah, that was a nice punt though. He managed to get it up to Annapolis' 42-yard line. And the SFL convention is coming to the Las Vegas Strip July 10th to 12th. HyperX Esports Arena at the Luxor will host the season kickoff, featuring all 28 teams in action, live commentary throughout the day, every game on the big screens, and your chance to be introduced to the world as a football star. Room rates are just $80 per night stay. Visit www.simulationfl.net/convention for more information and to reserve your room. And Annapolis coming out in a weak spread formation here. Randy Squarebush is going to the house, or is he? No, he stopped in just outside of the red zone, in fact, on the Ottawa 21-yard line. And that was an excellent play there. Another excellent play from Randy Squarebush. He's really setting his name apart as number 24 throws him out of bounds. That's Grant Hart. Sorry, no, that was
Amar Bryant.
Amar Bryant Jr. of the Ottawa Cavalry. Thank you, Rochelle. And excellent play here again from the Annapolis Navigators, hoping to put some points up on the board now. And that is going to be a short pickup. 2nd and 7, 3-yard gain. Number 89 of the Annapolis Navigators, Orain Darby, two-way player out of Mexico City. A short wide receiver at 5'10".
Now we're in the SFL red zone.
Indeed we are. I just wanted to get that extra yard to get them into the red zone there. 2nd and 7. They're coming back out in a single back set.
Yep, here comes.
And they're going to go with the strong trap play, it looks like there. And Squarebush picks up a few yards. 113 yards and 12 carries. Excellent performance here in just the first quarter of play. And they're going to be going to him early and often, and we've seen that today so far, Rochelle.
Well, at least, hang on to the ball here. You're in field goal range, so no mistakes.
Strong power right, and that is going to be broken up play. It looked like they were going for the screen there. Squarebush was man covered, and that is going to be... Yeah, it's going to be only the field goal here. Number 17 nearly tripping up over his laces. That's Caleb Richards. That doesn't bode well for the field goal attempt. I think he'll be fine. This should be routine from the Ottawa 14-yard line. Let's probably look at about... I try and do basic arithmetic here. I think that's going to be 29-yard field goal, if my maths is right. So this should be routine.
He's a contract kicker, so...
Indeed. And it is up. And it is good. It was 30. It was 30 yards. I've been proved wrong, as I have oftentimes in this league. But nonetheless, it was expected that Caleb Richards despite tripping up on his laces heading onto the field, that he would be able to make that kick. And he has done so. And that brings up 6-0 lead for the Annapolis Navigators. It's an Ottawa offensive drive, and that can mean only one thing, Rochelle. They are going to get a first down, correct?
You need a first down, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still a one-score game. They can score a touchdown here and take the lead.
Well, that's the amazing thing. It is still a one-score game, and they have to put up some points. The SFL has partnered with Rare Drop and Rare Drop Sports to advance live events and distribution. Live and in-person championship weekends, rookie drafts, and community events are in the works. Visit raredrop.co for more info on what the company does in the gaming community, and follow Rare Drop Sports on Twitch at twitch.tv/RD Sports. They're coming out in a single right formation, 5-step drop here, and that is going to be not deflected but broken up. And Michael Knight, he's got cramps. Cramps in the first quarter of this game. I have to question what he's been doing during the bye week if that's the case for Shell, but I'm sure he'll be back. It looks like he may return to this game, and that's good to see. Just get the magic sponge on it, and I'm sure Michael will be back. And they need him. 6-0 at the moment. Coming out in either a near or far set here with the fullback setup offset. And they're going to give the ball to number 23. That's Wayne Salmons. And just short, again, 3rd and 1 here to the Ottawa Cavalry.
Okay, they just need 1 yard here. Can they do it this time?
I hope so. I want to see them be adventurous, pass the ball more. If Dwayne's not getting the yardage on the ground, or you're not getting it from your fullback as well,
He's passing.
Just fling it. And this isn't going to be a first down. It's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. This is number 23, Dwayne Salmons. He is the anti-Randy Squarebush so far, and that's it's seen some positive performances out of this Ottawa Cavalry team. It's been a bit of a mixed bag for both of these teams so far, but you're just looking for answers here if you're Ottawa.
It's like 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, 3rd and inches. It's like they're so close. And again, Annapolis gets good field position.
Yeah, it's going to be returned to the 34-yard line. Maybe not so great compared to what they've had, but when you've got a running back like Randy Squarebush, he's able to make all the yards that you need on the ground, make manageable 2nd and 3rd down situations, and even though they haven't necessarily had the point scoring, Annapolis, they have definitely had the offense.
The yardage game.
Yeah. And that's going to pick up a couple of yards, not Randy Squarebush's
best carry of the day.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's not broken, why fix it? I'd use Squarebush too, I guess here.
Yeah, I'd just keep throwing. I'd throw it, give him the ball, whatever. Just get the ball in Randy Squarebush's hands, and he's going to do all the work. Just put the rest of the team on your shoulders today. And that is going to be deflected and nearly picked off. That was nearly an excellent play from number 54. Excellent deflection on the line too. Timothy Connolly.
Yeah, the O-line gave him all day to pass.
Yeah, and that's why. Excellent work from the O-line, but definitely it's a whole bunch of excellent individual plays, and ultimately it's just a broken up pass for the Annapolis Navigators. First drive where they've looked a little bit sheepish so far for the Annapolis Navigators. Randy Squarebush, though, nearly breaks up to the first down, but he's going to be a yard short. I'm sure that with the way that they've been playing so far, Annapolis is a bit frustrated to miss out on an opportunity for some points, given decent field position. But they are going to have more opportunities, Rochelle.
And I think Ottawa's going to be pushed back deep into their own zone again here with the punt.
And this is going to be punted away.
Yeah.
by Pete Ellis, and that is returned to the 19-yard line for Ottawa.
Annapolis is definitely winning the field position battle here in this game for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Like, when you're stuck inside your 20-yard line, like, the way that they have stifled Ottawa so far, 6:52 left in the quarter as well, they have just not been able to get anything moving. Cyrus Jive changes things at the line. That was nearly broken out of by number 11, Gus Scott, a two-way player out of DC Dragons. But a lot of these shorter plays. But what surprises me is they don't seem to be doing what Annapolis and Randy Squarebush in particular is well known for. Going to some of these screens, they will play a screen here, but that's stopped behind the line. So clearly, Dwayne Salmons and Cyrus Jive, they're just not in sync here. You need to be snappy when it comes to these screens, Rochelle, and that's just not happened today.
I'd like to see Ottawa come up with a couple of like mid to long range passes here. Try to get the ball on the field a little bit more.
5-step drop from the Ottawa Cavalry, and that is deflected. Wow. I mean, I can't think of a time where it's taken so long for a team to just get a first down in either the SFLm or the major leagues, for that matter. And Ottawa, the main takeaway for the head coaches here is it's still a single score game. So all you need to do is come up with one big play. They really need to sit their guys down at the half and say, look, just keep calm, don't panic, and just let the game come to you. Don't just throw it away. They're punting it away here, but don't just throw away the game by trying to force things, because it's still in your hands. And a single touchdown is going to bring them back within parity, and even a lead as well. So, but Annapolis, again, like you mentioned, good field position here, Rochelle. They're on their 45-yard line with 5:43 left in this second quarter. Coming out in a single back sort of spread look here. 5-step drop. Thrown to Squarebush as ever. And that is going to be nearly
nice
a back. Yeah, 2nd and 1. Opens up the entire playbook here.
And they're doing a good job on their first downs by picking up, big chunks of yardage. It makes it even easier to get the first down. Ottawa just can't seem to get that going.
Yeah. They knew that Squarebush was going to be an issue, so just clue into him, and that certainly won't help. That's a toss play. It's also a first down. It would have been a first down anyway with that jump offside there. We'll see what the referee's call is. So pick up that laundry on the field.
Definitely offsides.
Yeah, R62 didn't need those glasses to pick up on that one. That was number 98 for the Cavalry, Buster Bronx, week 3 signing. Rochelle, he's 6'8". That's an absolute beast of a man.
And is he one of the biggest players in the whole league?
He's 320 pounds. Incredible.
He's 6'8".
Yeah, man. But
he's playing basketball.
Yeah, it doesn't help if you jump offside. And that doesn't help as Randy Squarebush breaks out into a first down again. And Ottawa have had no answers for Randy Squarebush so far today. He's well over 100 yards now. And he's been doing it on the ground, in the air, all over the place.
He just muscled his way through to that first down that time, buddy. He just pushed people down.
Yeah, throws that defender to the floor. You can't stop me. And the Ottawa Cavalry have no answer for the Annapolis Navigators so far. And Annapolis coming out in a bunch set. Strong trap play here, and that's a run up the middle, and that was nearly broken out for Randy Squarebush. Nearly a call to the house, but he will just get the first down instead. And into the red zone again for the Annapolis Navigators. Will they get their first touchdown of the day?
He's just destroying defenders, Liam. He's just like, just get him away.
Split back set here, and that's going to be a run up the middle, and that's going to be Squarebush again, and that's going to be a touchdown. And that was routine for Randy Squarebush, and that is going to be 12-0 to the Annapolis Navigators. 2 field goals and a touchdown, and they can make it 13. Lucky 13 for the Annapolis Navigators.
Nothing special, some great blocking, and just straight up the middle, basically.
Yeah.
Breaking a few tackles here and there.
Nothing that we have not seen him before, but do before today, essentially. You know, this is just textbook running back play, and as a proud offensive coordinator, I'm certainly enjoying this display of running back play from Randy Squarebush.
I'm a big fan of the run game, so
I do. Yeah, I love it. A big name in both Louisiana and London, Reggie Streeter. I think I may have offensive coordinated possibly the largest game in SFL history. Just chucking that out there, just in case people need a reminder of some of the stuff.
Streeter was awesome.
Yeah, Reggie Streeter, what a guy. So it is going to be an Ottawa Cavalry return as Annapolis score their first touchdown of the day. 4 minutes to go in this second quarter, and that will be returned up to the Ottawa 26-yard line. Just because it's the SFL off-season doesn't mean content creators aren't still pumping out great content around the league. Catch SFL Nights with AJ Striker, Say It With Your Chest, Netma, and of course the show all about the miners, fights and insights. To check out archived versions of community shows, visit simulationfl.net and click the logo of your favourite form of SFL entertainment on our homepage. That is going to be a rush up the middle, and Ottawa. This is unusual. I must say, like, it is unusual to see a team fail to have a first down, like basically through the entire first half of this game so far.
This is promising. 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 for the Ottawa Cavalry. In decent field position here, actually. They're going to run it up the middle again.
Gosh.
Actually, a 3rd and 5. And this Annapolis Navigators team is just very well drilled. Randy Squarebush with 155 yards on the day, you can see there, compared to his counterpart on the Ottawa Cavalry, Dwayne Salmons. And
Their free safeties are coming making big hits on the line. Wow.
And that is going to be an I-set spread, and that is going to be a 3-step drop, and that is going to be a first down.
Yes.
Cavalry. And that is going to take them to their 36-yard line. But this is something to build on. It's something to build on here. They need to get this momentum going. Get into the 2-minute warning. Bring it back to 1 score, and like, you're no worse off really. You're no worse off than you were before. That is a single step drop, and that's a drop by the receiver. That was number 14, Isaiah King, the fourth. Yeah.
And that big hit didn't help matters. Any number 53 just laid them out.
Yeah, number 53 and 52, both having a bit of after.
Gary Hounds.
Gary Hounds and Tundra Speed.
They just leveled that poor guy. He's got a family, guys. Come on.
Single back set for the Ottawa Cavalry. Need to pick up another first down. 5-step drop. He's just hasn't got that breakout potential that Squarebush has shown today. And that's going to take it up to the Ottawa 39-yard line. 3rd and 7.
That swing pass is just not working for them right now.
No. And I'd be looking to just trying to keep an eye out, see if Knight has been back on the field. I do see him on the topmost receiver, single step drop, and that's going to be it.
Nice play.
Picked up another first down, and Ottawa finally starting to find their.
That was
giant
Michael Knight.
Yeah, back on the field after suffering those cramps earlier in the game. They'll bring up the 2-minute warning. Ottawa struggling against the Annapolis Navigators, 0-13, with 2 minutes left to go in the second quarter. You're watching the SFLm with myself, Liam Krauser, analyst Rochelle Colston, and the Ottawa Cavalry up against the Annapolis Navigators. That's a 5-step drop. Throws the outside, and that is going to be a 5-yard gain and stops the clock for the Ottawa Cavalry.
Good call on first down play. Got 5 yards, got out of bounds, stop the clock. Got plenty of time. You have all 3 of your timeouts left. You're doing good.
Yeah, that's all they need. Very manageable situation here. Pick up a few more yards, even if you can get it within a couple or a yard to go. And just keep this drive alive. You don't want to give Annapolis too much time with the way that they've been playing so far.
Oh, look at
that is going to be a big run for Dwayne Salmons. Relatively big considering how difficult Ottawa have been finding it today. That's going to take it up to the 37-yard line. Nice blocking there to create the option for Dwayne Salmons on the weak side there. And
they're
going to
finally into Annapolis territory for once, I think.
Yeah, this is the first time in Annapolis territory today, unless you are Annapolis on the ball. It's going to be another nice 6-yard gain, and bowls over one of his teammates on the sideline. It looks like King the Four. Someone must have said something in practice, or he's trying to get his positional rivals out of the picture. Who knows? Who knows?
Look at 2nd and 4. Let's go.
Yeah, 2nd and 4, strong power I formation here. Normally see a screen or a run out of these formations. Let's see what they will do here. It's going to be a run. It's going to be up the inside, and it's going to be Salmons up to the 24-yard line. They're going to want to go into the hurry up, but they don't want to hurry up too much in this formation. They've got a lot of time. Could see a screen here, and we will. It's going to be out to Salmons. Salmons is just stuck behind the line, and now this is not the situation you want to be in. They can clock it. They're not going to run out too much.
They got 3 timeouts.
Another screen here, and Salmons is going to be popped up. This is going to be a timeout for the Ottawa Cavalry. Cyrus Jive just not liking that offensive formation. But they will get a shot to go to something maybe a little bit more adventurous and potentially go back into the no huddle.
Maybe a long field goal for him from here too. So
single back set here.
No.
Cavalry, excellent dive out of that. That's going to be a first down.
What a play!
They're going to keep going. Number 14, that was Isaiah King the Fourth with an excellent reception. And that's going to be another 5-step drop. He gets out of it again, and he nearly gets into the end zone. Amazing play there from Cyrus Jive, starting to show what this Ottawa Cavalry offense can do.
Yeah, great little dance moves by the quarterback there. He's looking kind of good out there.
Yeah, that spin was impressive. I think Jack Whitmore would have been very impressed by that jump out of that.
Cyrus Jive has some moves.
Indeed. Very good. Audible at the line here. He's moving things about as he prepares to drop back. And he does. 3-step drop. And that's going to be thrown out to Salmon. Can't throw it out to him in that situation, unfortunately. They will get...
That was a fullback, Liam.
And that was the fullback. Apologies. Bazami Mahata on the reception there. And... yeah, do they take a shot at the end zone here, or do they just send in the kicker?
No, I get away from that swing pass because it's just not working for them. I only got 4 wide receivers on the field now, so...
4 wide receivers, here we go. Single back set, 3-step drop. That is thrown and picked!
Interception!
Oh! gone to the 20-yard line, and that is
Dale McLean.
that is desperately disappointing for the Ottawa Cavalry. Nearly looked like he'd broken out there,
No tip.
but yeah, tipped and picked off by number 20.
7 to the pick.
27 for the Annapolis Navigators. That was Dale McLean with a pick in this SFLm matchup, and that will be on his tape, I'm sure, going into the SFL draft.
You gotta be disheartened there if you're Ottawa. They were so close.
They're going to be gutted by that drive. You've got your first down of the game in nearly 2 quarters, and you drive
You get into the red zone.
Yeah, some amazing plays by Cyrus Jive, and you give it away on a tipped pass. Devastating, but they got to bounce back. 1 second to go on the clock, and that will tick down, and it is half time. Ottawa Cavalry, nothing. The Annapolis Navigators, 13 at the end of this first half. We're going to look at some of these half-time highlights. What's been the highlight for you so far, Rochelle? The highlight for me has to be 38 passing yards and 163 rushing yards for the Annapolis Navigators.
Yeah, I have to say your highlight is Randy Squarebush. And the defense of the Navigators has come into play today.
Yeah,
They basically shut down Ottawa's run game.
Yeah, they have been menacing today, the Annapolis Navigators, on the running game. It's been a very odd game. Very odd game in terms of the way that the offenses have come out, and the defenses have been very well balanced for the most part. The only part of the game which has really been dominant on either side of the offense is the rushing game with Randy Squarebush. And when you've got a piece like him who can, he's a do-it-all running back, like the Reggie Street Revolt, and that's going to be hugely enticing for a lot of teams, especially the expansion teams going into the SFL draft. And it's going to be interesting to see how the rest of this game plays out. Annapolis definitely with the momentum here going into this third quarter, 13-0 lead. But they
And they get the ball back too.
They get the ball back as well. They get the kickoff from the Ottawa Cavalry, and they'll be driving from right to left in this third quarter.
Look at that move!
Spin around from number 15 on the return. That was Kai Avery the third, and we're seeing all sorts in this game.
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
I think you're seeing a lot of stuff in this game now, having been experienced with it for a few years now, and you never get surprised by stuff like that happening.
I know he's going backwards. Oh,
that is going to be
great
a
stop
run
there.
A run up to the right hand side, and that is going to be 2nd and 12. A rare negative yardage play for Randy Squarebush there, and maybe the old cynic in me. I've got to say, no, I haven't actually seen a guy run basically round to try and deceive defenders. That is a new one on me, Rochelle.
Ooh, Buster Bronx broke through again.
And that is going to be a short gain for the Annapolis Navigators. You never know. Could be a case of they spend a quarter and a half without a first down, just like Ottawa did in the first half. And things could be turned right on their head. We've seen stranger things happen in the SFL and the SFLm.
Gun straight open here.
Gun straight indeed.
Slants? Nope.
No, not slants. And that's going to be right off the back. Didn't look like the defender had a chance at the interception off the back of the receiver. Number 26, Terrence Pearson, claiming some responsibility for that. Oh, it looked like it went right through his hands.
It was tipped by the wide receiver. It wasn't tipped by the defender.
Oh, no, he did get a hand on it. That's an excellent defensive play from Terrence Pearson. He did get a hand on that, it looked like, Rochelle. That's going to be a pivotal That's going to be a pivotal third down play if Ottawa are to come back in this game.
Well, I think Ottawa might get some good, decent field position here too,
Punter. I'm coming. I'm about to punt.
for a change.
Indeed, they've not had the most of the game so far today, Ottawa, but they're going to have the field position now, and they're going to want to make the most of it. Ottawa 42-yard line to start this drive. That may be the best field position they've had all day.
I think it is, definitely. Usually they start around the 15 or the 19, sometimes even deeper in their own territory than that. Maybe things have turned around here.
Yeah, it says a lot to the strategy of the coin toss as well. You know, a lot of the coaches in the SFL and certainly in the SFLm go with deferring the kick, or deferring the choice, I should say. That is going to be a run up the right-hand side by Salmons, up the strong side, I should say, and he's going to get a nice 6-yard gain. And Ottawa, you know, frustrating to get picked off, but they just want to keep up that momentum from that last drive. It was a good drive, and they can certainly get into scoring yards here and start putting some points on the board.
Yep, and that was a nice run there by Salmons.
That's going to be another run from Salmons.
Oh, nice.
Trying to get Salmons very involved today, and that is first down for the Ottawa Cavalry. So their first down drought of the first half will not be replicated in the second. And
Nice
Salmons,
block there.
Yeah, nice block indeed. Number 7 there, Cyrus Jive, 6'5", returnee from last season for this Ottawa Cavalry side. And that's going to look like a screen. He's going to throw it outside because he had a man on Dwayne Salmons. And that's going to be 2nd and 10. Could be worse. You don't want to throw it to your running back in that situation. He's just going to get stuck behind the line unless you've got someone like a freak of nature at running back, like Barry Sanders or someone like that. Barry Sanders, another Britishism, Rochelle. But yeah, unless you got someone who's going to be able to break out situations like that, you just not got a chance. And Salmon's just too young and inexperienced to really make the most of that.
Oh no!
There's another young and inexperienced young man there getting sacked, and that is number 54 of the Annapolis Navigators. That is going to be Wallace de Moranville, and Cyrus Joe is just going to have to chalk that one up, learn from that mistake there, try and get the ball out a little bit quicker next time. 5-step drop. And that's an excellent play from Cyrus Jive to bounce back there. And that is going to be... Wow, look at those numbers, Rochelle. 70 yards for Cyrus Jive. And just under 40 with Gene Struthers. He has been a non-factor in this game so far.
Yeah, but Knight making his presence known.
Single back left set for the Ottawa Cavalry. Getting into field goal range here, it'd be a bit much, I think, to ask the field goal kicker from this range. You're looking at around about a 48-yard field goal.
Yeah, they're out of range right now.
Yeah, they pick up a couple of yards. They're going to have to get about 10 or so more to at least be in with a shot. Maybe have the wind on their favour. Not necessarily able to... I don't see any flags on this field that I can get a bead on to try and see where the wind is going. But single back set here. Struthers... not Struthers, to be Salmons on the run there up to the weekend side, and that is going to get them in field goal range now. That is going to be up to the Annapolis 22-yard line. Nearly red zone territory again for this Ottawa Cavalry offense, Rochelle.
Guys got to settle down here, make sure he doesn't give the ball away. They're in field. They need some points on the board somehow.
51.2 QB rating for Jive. And he comes
He's having
out
a rough day.
Yeah, split back, flip spread. That is run up the middle. And that is going to be a couple of yards. So he gets just inside that red zone. Number 52 on the stop.
It looks like Ottawa's having more better success up the middle than they are with the screen passes today. So
single back set here for the Ottawa Cavalry. That is going to be a run, and that is going to be stuffed. And just like that, they're back outside of the red zone. And it's fullbacks are tough to get involved in this game, Rochelle. You would like to see with both of these teams. I mean, Squarebush has been superb. We know just how good a player he is and how prospect he is. But you want to see Annapolis trying to get Joel Harleman involved as well. Shotgun set here for the Cavalry. That is very dangerous. You don't want to throw it there. That is number 20 for the Annapolis Navigators. And that is going to be 4th down. But just going back to what I was mentioning before, Rochelle, what do you think these two teams should do to try and get those fullbacks a bit more involved? Is there anything specific that you'd be looking at?
Well, for the most part, I think fullbacks were used mostly for blocking, and the way I see it. But there was a season where we used our fullback as a receiver.
Yeah. It tends to be a receiving option. You don't necessarily tend to see the fullback get a lot of use as a rushing option. Although there have been teams which have done it very effectively. You can think of Florida and Baltimore in the major leagues, and both
they do.
Fielding fullbacks, and it is going to be points on the board for Ottawa. They take the 0 off the board after a pretty laborious first half offensive performance from them. They're back in with a shout. They got 2-score game, and it's all to play for, especially if they can keep up their defensive momentum against Annapolis. Esports TV has partnered with the SFL to bring sim football to millions of homes over the next 2 years. ESTV is the world's first 24/7 live, linear, and video-on-demand esports channel available everywhere. For your smart TV on your phone through Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and more. Visit estv.co to learn more about its programming and to find all the ways that you can catch the SFL action on the network. And that is going to be a flag on this first play of the drive.
It's the second offside penalty against Ottawa tonight.
And that is
Same person, too.
Momentum killer for the Ottawa defense, and Annapolis are going to take the 5-yard penalty, keep the first down, and
Oscar Bronx needs to settle down. That's the second one. Offsides tonight.
You know, it was just you could tell that he was 6'8" by the way that he towered over his teammates. Like, and that's a shotgun run. Don't see a lot of that in this. That is going to be Randy Squarebush on the strong side, stopped at the 36-yard line on the Ottawa side of the field. That's another excellent play by Randy Squarebush. Shotgun runs, not necessarily something that always gets the product that you need, but Randy Squarebush, he seems to be able to do anything in any situation so far. 193 yards on the day, and he is having himself a ball game so far, Rochelle.
It's like a bulldozer running on the field. You just can't stop him. Timothy Conley finally got a hold of him and brought him down, but once he gets moving.
Yeah, single back set here for the Annapolis Navigators. 5-step drop and a little bit more as well. Runs to the outside, excellent pass and excellent reception from number 89, Arain Darby out of Mexico City.
O-line doing a good job of protecting the quarterback there, giving all day to throw. Nice route by the receiver. Defender was only out and behind the receiver that time. Good play.
Yeah, number 26, Terrence Pearson, two-way player out of Jacksonville, and lucky to disrupt enough to get that wide receiver out of bounds there and prevent what could have been a worse situation for the Cavalry. That's going to be another couple of yards for what was that man again? Randy Squarebush.
Yeah, they're knocking on the door of the end zone again in the red zone.
Gene Struthers. I mentioned he'd been maybe a non-factor in this game, but he has been a factor. You need a guy to do the handoffs, and he's been doing that superbly today. We will get a chance to pass here, and that's another nice pickup. Around about 6 yards out to his wide receiving option, number 15. That's going to be Kai Avery III.
I heard his name a whole bunch today. Maybe it's like his first reception, I think.
Yeah, not been a lot of passing for this Annapolis Navigators side. Looks like it's going to be not a lot of passing for either of these teams from the way that this game has been played out. And they are going to run it here, and that is going to be Squarebush. Squarebush just get over the line for the first down.
That was a nice run by Squarebush, just knowing where he had to be to get the first down.
Red zone for the Annapolis Navigators, looking to stick the knife in to this Ottawa Cavalry side with 3 minutes left in the third quarter.
Yes.
And that is a touchdown for Randy Squarebush and the Annapolis Navigators. And like I just mentioned, sticking the knife in this Ottawa Cavalry defense that just has not had an answer for Randy Squarebush so far today.
And look at the blocking he got. Number 45, he just went to the end zone basically untouched.
Yeah, absolutely. And that, like you mentioned, Harleman as well. Fullbacks as blockers. It worked.
That was the tight end that blocked there. His name was Sheldon Hilton, number 45. Yeah. Great block.
Sheldon Hilton on the block there, but having the fullback involved as well in the blocking game, definitely effective. And that is going to be an extra point from an effective kicker in Caleb Richards. And 20-3 for the Annapolis Navigators against the Ottawa Cavalry.
Now, if you're Ottawa here, you have to get points on this drive.
Yeah. I think they can. They've been trying to get Dwayne Sanders a bit. I would just sort of shelve that now and just say, look, you need to get the ball out to Scott Knight and King. Start throwing it upfield, maybe even get to Dusty Raw. He's had one reception, but it's not really been much of a factor since then. The SFL's minor league, SFLm, is how you, the viewer, can get involved in the action. Create a player today and get on the field to begin your professional football journey through our website at simulationfl.net. The minor league season is halfway done, but it's not too late. There's still 1 month left to get your player ready for the next rookie draft in June. The SFL, where the viewers are the superstars. And that one was thrown out of bounds by Cyrus Jive. And it's just not been the day for number 7 on Ottawa, has it, Rochelle?
No, he's having a pretty rough day out there. He said to throw the ball away a couple of times. You can see him feeling the pressure from the Annapolis Navigators defense, which has been bringing pressure all night. And the 4-2 defense here.
Yeah, it's single back.
4-3, sorry.
Single back spread there.
Oh, no.
And that's going to be an interception for the Annapolis Navigators, number 29, Nathan West.
And a strong safety was in the right position there.
Yeah,
he just jumped the route.
Yeah, he just jumped the route. He looked like he was on the hard coverage and just picked it off as he went to his man in the flat.
And look now, they got the ball back on the Ottawa 29. They're looking to score here again.
Split back set in twins to the strong side. 3-step drop. And that's an out route. Another pass play, a rare pass play for the Annapolis Navigators. Number 89 on the reception, Aaron Darby. But when your rushing game has been effective as it is, no need to overcomplicate things. Just do what you need to do, Rochelle.
Well, they've done a good job of mixing it up. They've been throwing the ball a little bit, then pounding the ball with Squarebush. Their offense has been pretty balanced for the most part.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Struthers, he's got a big chance to get an SFL start.
That was not a good play.
No, Squarebush, another negative yard run. He's only had a couple today, but they can stack up. He doesn't want to lose too much of his hard-earned yardage. But yeah, like I'm just going to mention, Struthers, he's got a big chance to get an SFL starting job this upcoming season. He's out in the gun straight here. But expansion teams in play, teams looking for new quarterbacks.
Oh.
He is going to duck out of that.
What?
He's going to get it out and he's going to get the reception. It's not going to be the first down, but it will set them up in field goal range.
Wow, I thought he was down for that sack. I mean, instantly, and he got out of it somehow. Amazing.
Yeah, there's been some excellent QB evasion skills so far today. Not Jive. Struthers definitely needs it when he's being chased around by Buster Bronx. Yeah, excellent play there to keep it within a manageable field goal distance.
Can you imagine trying to avoid somebody who's 6'8" and 320?
Indeed, and that is a miss from Caleb Richards. That is going to be wide right.
Wow, that was a pretty.
And that was a relatively routine field goal, and that will be disappointing from Richards. He was perfect today prior to that, and Ottawa, with a stay of execution, they need to start putting points on the board, but they're still in with a chance.
Yeah, both of these quarterbacks are two-season quarterbacks, so they should both have a shot at the SFL draft.
Indeed. Run out the middle there, and that's going to be a 6-yard gain.
They both have good height and good weight.
Single back set here for the Ottawa Cavalry. 40 seconds remaining on the clock of this third quarter.
Oh, nice.
And Salmons is going to find some extra yards after the line of scrimmage, and he is going to get up to the 38-yard line for Ottawa.
So once again, we're at 3rd and 1, Liam.
It's been the trend of this game for the Ottawa Cavalry.
3rd and 1, 3rd and short. Can he do it?
And
yes. Look at this.
That's going to be a first down, a little
Great
bit more.
block for number 75.
23, all the way up to the 35-yard line for Annapolis. That's going to call a halt to the quarter.
Number 75 with an awesome block there. Let's see who that is. We don't know who that is.
There's number 53 on the stop for the Annapolis Navigators. And that will bring up the end of the third quarter. Cavalry 3, Navigators 20. And the Annapolis Navigators are in control, but the Ottawa Cavalry are driving here behind the legs of Wayne Salmons. It's been a game of running backs today. And let's see how this fourth quarter plays out. Get your balls up. It is SFLm action. I'm Liam Crowder, joined by Rochelle Colston. And that is a nice little out route and a throw and a catch. 75 yards for Jive, 66 for Struthers. Not a game for passing, Rochelle.
I like that play on first down. Picked up, positive yardage. Stop the clock. Are you okay there, Liam?
Yeah, all good. I thought I muted myself. Apologies for that disruption there. And that's a nice big throw.
Wow!
Up the 12-yard line for the Ottawa Cavalry, and that is going to be a nice pickup.
Michael Knight, welcome back to the game.
Yeah, nice pickup of yards. Bounce back from Michael Knight after a difficult first half. Had those cramps earlier today, and he is right back into the action for this Ottawa Cavalry side.
Just like that, they're in the red zone knocking on the door. Let's go, Ottawa.
And that's a run up the middle, up to the 4-yard line. And that is going to be Salmons again. So Ottawa in with a big chance of getting into the end zone here, getting that first touchdown of the day for them. They've struggled all game today, Rochelle. Big chance here to try and put 7 on the board and get themselves back to within 2 scores of this game. Salmons is going to pick up. Oh, they gave him.
3rd inches. They can still get a first down here.
And yeah, I'm not surprised that they're challenging this here.
Yeah, I
Well,
thought he
having
had it
said
too.
that- yeah, I thought he had it, but this is a big risk with just the final quarter to go. And let's get a closer look at this.
I can't tell.
Right,
Wait, he'll run right here.
It's very close. It's very close.
Oh yeah, he got it.
Yeah, he got it. He definitely got over the.
We'll see.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. The visiting
Nice.
team will not be
The
charged
first down.
with timeout.
So that will be a first down for the Annapolis Navigator. Sorry, not the Annapolis Navigators.
Great coaching
the
call
Ottawa
there by
Cavalry.
Ottawa.
And the Annapolis Navigators, they are pinned down as far as they have been this entire game so far. If the Ottawa Cavalry can't get a touchdown out of this, we'd be very surprised if they weren't able to break through here. They will go with Salmons again. Salmons with the duck and the dive, and he does get the touchdown. Ottawa are coughing and spluttering throughout this game, and they have managed to pick up the touchdown that they
What a
need
spin move.
to get back within the 2 scores. But it was a nice spin move there from Salmons, and Ottawa right back in it. They need to put up points on the board fast.
Well, I'm glad Ottawa went to run the ball up the middle. They're having more success there than the swing passes. They need to stick to that.
So field goal kicker or extra point kicker on the field for the Ottawa Cavalry. It's going to be up and good.
That was a pretty decent drive there by Ottawa. They come away with 7 points. Keeps them in the game. Still plenty of time left here. They still have all three timeouts. They need a 3 and out here from Annapolis.
So kickoff coming from the Ottawa Cavalry. Jacobson, I haven't really called his name all that much today. He does have the field goal on the day, the single one, and that's going to be returned to the Annapolis 26. APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. And the Navigators,
Nice.
they have been on track with Randy Swearbush so far today. Dwayne Salmon's making up the pace though at the second half today. Swearbush was on course for a huge game. He's toned it down a bit as Annapolis have not necessarily been so fast this second half, but there's going to be a jump offside. It's another one for Ottawa, and Squarebush nearly broke out. Does manage to pick up about 6 yards, but I think if I were Annapolis, I'd take the penalty here, save that down, because that's time saved essentially, and they do accept that. So that'll be a 5
The
yard
D-line hasn't
gain.
been very disciplined tonight. That's a 3rd penalty for offsides tonight from Ottawa. They need to stay focused on that line.
Yeah, they've not had the discipline. I think maybe the frustration of the game just getting to them. Well, that was an excellent jump and managing to rifle number 21 in the backfield. Squarebush again managed to hold him up a bit, and number 22 coming in to finish off the job. That was Josh Neal for the Ottawa Cavalry.
Strong safety spot.
Yeah, a lot of safety tackles for this Ottawa Cavalry side. Seeing their safeties involved a lot today.
But they have 4 of them.
Yeah. Oh, and that's nearly picked off. Number 21 with the near interception at TJ Frosty, and Annapolis went for something a little bit more adventurous. But this is well within. If Ottawa can get on the board here, this is gonna be a real showdown to finish off this game.
They should get pretty good field position out of this too.
Yeah,
They will. Well, 34.
and that is gonna get Ottawa back to their 34-yard line, and yeah, this is a big chance now for Ottawa to get a leg up on Annapolis here. Visit the SFL website, simulationfl.net, for links to apparel from Sector 6 and SFL mini helmets from 97 sports promotions, plus features from our content team, including Swamp Talk, Power Rankings, and many more feature series. See all the league records, team stats, player leaderboards, rankings of the next class of SFL talent, and so much more. Simulationfl.net, your home for everything SFL. And we welcome you back in with 7 minutes and a half to go. The Annapolis Navigators trying to hold off. I don't necessarily want to say resurgent Ottawa Cavalry, but they're certainly trying their hardest to try and pull this one back, Rochelle.
Yes, they are. They get great stuff on defense. Oh, an outside penalty.
That's an offside, and Ottawa's indiscipline on the defensive line maybe seeping through a bit to this Annapolis Navigators side as they start to lose the momentum a bit, and they will take that
I would definitely take the penalty.
Yeah.
Number 99 jumped off sides there.
Final from the other game, that was Atoms and the Miners. Atoms winning 20-17. Albuquerque with a big win there. And that is going to be about a yard's gain from Salmons.
Big hit there for number 53.
Yeah, that was a big old hit. From
outside linebacker Gary Hound, 6'3", 245.
Yeah, he was like a dog with a bone who just wouldn't let go until the referee pulled him off. And that was out of bounds, number 11 for the Ottawa Cavalry, and that is disappointing for their fans. They had a big chance there to try and get right back into this game, just missed out on even getting the field goal, and that wasn't even a contested reception there. He was just well out of bounds for Rochelle.
Oh, the ball was thrown out of bounds, so he had no other choice but to catch it out of bounds. Really can't blame the receiver there. They've been so close on blocking those punts tonight. I'm still waiting for when to get blocked.
Yeah, there's a lot of good special teams play in this SFLm season so far, and that's a big opportunity for some of these guys to get into special teams, be a return player. A lot of great return guys in the SFL. Jeffrey Daggs, potential Hall of Fame star in the future. Big rumor having a big influence on his early career. And Mike Daggs is sure to remember to mention it to me every time it comes up in the broadcasting channels. That's not going to be a reception to start out this drive for the Annapolis Navigators. I would just give the ball to Squarebush.
I mean, really, change your game now. You're 10 points ahead. Just run the clock. Use Squarebush as much as you can here. I think they hurt us, William.
Yeah, they're coming out in.
No, they're throwing.
No, they're throwing it. Yeah, 3-step drop, and that will at least clock it. So they're going to get 30 seconds or so off the clock, and that's going to bring it down to around about 5.5 minutes. But yeah, they're still well in this game, Rochelle.
I don't understand why they're not running the ball here, but And
this
now we're
is-
going
this
to,
is
wow.
most definitely not a rushing formation either. We have
No.
seen them run it out of this formation. They will pass. And that is going to be a reception and a great catch and run upfield from number 84. That's going to be Reggio De Niro. And he
Oh no,
is
he's hurt.
down hurt. And Darby's over there checking on him. And,
What happened here?
oh, he must have pulled something. He must
Or
have,
a knee?
yeah. It wasn't very clear based on how he reacted. He maybe a concussion or something. It's not clear, but want to make sure that he is well protected. Don't want to risk any of these young prospects who are looking to enter the SFL draft, and hopefully De Niro, after great play as well, hopefully he'll be fine to return to this game. Throw up the middle, and that is a reception from number 89, Agent 89 for the Annapolis Navigators. Arain Darby will be looking to get him to pick up some slack.
You know, they've gone to this all passing offense all of a sudden after running the ball the whole entire game. I'm just floored here.
Wow, I don't get it either. They've had such a great game out of Squarebush. Maybe they're worried about fatigue, and they're going to throw it again. And they're going to get it.
Nice play by
deflected.
number 21.
And this is as much about clock as it is what you're doing from getting the ball up the field. Because
Your chance of throwing an interception here, which you don't want to do.
well, that would be absolute worst case scenario, because you're giving Ottawa the ball in great field position, and they could easily. They only need the 3. They only need the 3 so far to get back to within a single score. And that is going to be a run. And Squarebush throws him
My
off,
goodness.
and he is going to get into the Ottawa end of the field, and he's up to the 44-yard line. So normal service resumed from Randy Squarebush.
He didn't even use blockers that time. He just muscled his way forward.
Navigators out in the strong power eye, going to the weak side here again. And
This is more like it. This is what I expected to see from Annapolis right now. Ooh, nice play.
This is what you'd expect to see out of a formation, but not an outcome. Squarebush just bottled up there. And that is the danger with the strong power eye sometimes, a weak power eye. If I were the Annapolis coordinator, that they have done a bit of in terms of like screens and stuff with Squarebush, but not overly so. We may see it again here. They're gonna count down the clock. Actually, they will run it, and Squarebush will get out, and he is gone. I don't think anybody's going to catch up with him. The big man stopped him just short, and it is on the Ottawa 1-yard line. And Squarebush nearly to the house there, Rochelle.
Who was that on the stop? Number 88. I can't. 98. Okay.
Yeah, that was
Buster Bronx. That big man can move.
I could tell it just from his size. Man, number 21 got what's the way to describe it? Flawed, I think is the best way of putting it.
Fall over.
That was TJ Frosty.
Look at the speed on that big man. He got down the field pretty quick there.
Yeah, when Squarebush meets Frosty, Squarebush wins every time, unless Frosty wins, in which case never mind. But Squarebush again, and Squarebush, it is a routine touchdown for the Annapolis Navigators, and that one puts paid to any life that remained in the Ottawa Cavalry.
That was Zane Beard.
Oh, that would indeed. So they brought Squarebush off the field, And Zane Beard, man, that's
quarterback.
they're keeping him humble. They're keeping they put the backup running back in and keeping Squarebush humble. If you can't make that extra yard, you're never going to make it in this league, son. I think he's shown enough to show that he'll be an excellent running back in the SFL. But the Navigators, they're going to take a 17-point lead. And I think that would just about do it for this game, Rochelle, unless the Ottawa Cavalry can pull out an absolute miracle.
Yeah, I think you'll see the backups come in for Annapolis now.
Kickoff from the Annapolis Navigators. Caleb Richards, as he has done all day, kicking to the returner for the Ottawa Cavalry. That's Isaiah King, the fourth. Get ready for one of the most wild off-seasons in SFL history. 28 teams, revised divisions, free agency madness, and so much more on its way. The re-signing period begins Monday, May 30th, and stay tuned for information on when and where you can check out Free Agency Frenzy on June the 6th and the schedule release on June 9th. Buckle up, the SFL off-season is here. And
nice play.
Here we see a great reception from number 42 of the Ottawa Cavalry, Dusty Rourke. I think that might be the second reception on the day, and it's a third for Dusty Rourke. And getting a tight end involved, Mike Daggs would be proud. No huddle continues here for the Cavalry. No other option. Got to get up the field quick. And that will get out of bounds. And double-edged sword there. If I'm the offensive coordinator, Cyrus drives in the flow. Just get him the ball and get him throwing it. And keep him going upfield. This breaks up their momentum a bit, Rochelle.
This is a nice drive here by Ottawa. In the hurry up offense, looking pretty good.
Can the Annapolis Navigators survive? And can my voice survive for the next 2.5 minutes if the Cavalry make an amazing comeback? That is
dangerous pass.
That is not what they want to see, as Reggio De Niro ruled out with a hyperextended elbow. I think he would have called it a night probably anyway if Annapolis' offense get back on the field. And 2nd and 10 for the Ottawa Cavalry. Three-step drop.
Ooh.
And that is a sack. Very last thing that the Annapolis Navigators, very last thing that the Ottawa Cavalry wanted.
That was Rocky with the sack.
Great play there from the SFLm prospect. And that is going to be a first down. So Ottawa still in this fight as we hit the 2-minute warning. You're watching the SFLm with myself, Liam Krauser, my analyst Rochelle Colston, and an Ottawa Annapolis match which has been exciting, tense, and all over the place. It's 10-27 to Annapolis. And Ottawa hoping to try and bring it back within 2 scores here. 3-step drop and a 6-yard gain for the Ottawa Cavalry as they drive downfield. Didn't have a first down for pretty much the entire first half. And they've been picking them up in droves here in the second half. Maybe if they'd shown this offensive production in the first half, we could be talking about a completely different game here, Rochelle.
Oh, definitely. I think their offense became alive in the second half. I'm not sure what happened in the first half.
Red zone here for the Ottawa Cavalry. They're going to be out in a single back set with wide receivers split out. Strong's and weak side. Looks like 90 slants, but they're going to throw it out to Salmons, who does get out of bounds. So they do save the timeout and the time on the clock that remains. 1:38 to go in this tie. 17-point deficit. So you'd be looking for the onside kick or a a miracle in time management with the timeouts that remain.
We still have all three. We need to
Yeah.
score here quickly, though. I'd go for the end zone right here.
Yeah, split back set. Look at that out route at the top of the screen. No, we're going the slant. And speed under. Middle of the field. Not for me, I'm afraid, as the clock will tick down. Number 14, that was Isaiah King IV. Slow to get back to the line. And that's going to be a touch. Number 13, Michael Knight. Since getting back into this game, he's had a big impact. Well done to him for striving above the adversity of those crabs during the first half. And he has brought Ottawa a glimmer of light, Rochelle.
That's a great play. The ball was thrown just over the defender's head. Great catch by the receiver. Dives is looking better this half.
Extra point here from Eric Jacobson. Snap is good, and that will bring it back to 10. Almost certainly going to see the onside kick here. They do have 3 timeouts, as you mentioned, so not completely done for, but definitely a struggle, especially when you've got Randy Squarebush the way that he's been playing today, and you just need a first down to finish the game off, basically. And that is caught very well, handled by the hands team there for the Annapolis Navigators. And they will start on Ottawa's 40-yard line.
Now, if you're Annapolis here, you just have to run the ball, get a first down, and take the win for the home crowd.
Indeed. Annapolis Navigators in a strong power right here, running to the deep side. And that is going to be, they'll say that is no yardage gain. A little bit surprised there. It looked like Squarebush had at least got a couple, maybe even a one. But
I thought he had at least 1 or 2 there, but
yeah, a bit. I mean that is manna from heaven for the Ottawa Cavalry, because they will keep themselves in with a chance.
we just saw my favorite player named Juan Mississippi on the field, number 58.
And that is Squarebush, and that is a first down, and that will do it. Ottawa with the single timeout remaining, but this is victory formation time for the Annapolis Navigators, and they will move to 3 and 2. Ottawa will drop to 2 and 3, coming out of the bye week. Big win for the Annapolis Navigators, and well, I don't think the player of the game is necessarily going to be in question, Rochelle, but aside from Randy Squarebush, who has impressed you for this Annapolis Navigators side?
I'll give it to the defense of the Annapolis Navigators. They did a great job tonight, especially on stopping Ottawa's run game pretty much altogether.
I'm gonna give props to Michael Knight for the way that he bounced back for the Ottawa Cavalry. Obviously disappointing to, he had a really good game coming out of that injury, having those cramps in the first half. For the Annapolis Navigators, I think from an offensive standpoint, Gene Struthers, I mean, he's managed the game well, and he has been called to pass the ball. So when he has done, he has been really effective. And he's just kept the ball moving. And that's what you need out of a quarterback. It may not be you're expected to win the game every single week, but when you're called upon to do a duty for the team, taking that and doing what you need to do with the game plan, that speaks a lot to Struthers' skill and team commitment. So
The 0 turnovers helped him a lot too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Turn the ball over.
Yeah. first objective for the QB, keep that int count at 0. And we will watch the clock count down to 0. Nothing more to be done. And that's it for this game. The Ottawa Cavalry coming in to face the Annapolis Navigators and falling short on the comeback, 17-27. And yeah, it's interesting. The offensive numbers actually a lot more balanced for the Cavalry. Annapolis obviously slanted heavily in favour of their running backs, especially Randy Squarebush. And yeah, what are your big takeaways from the game today, Rochelle? In addition to just this game, within the wider context of what's happening within the SFLm standings at the moment, we've got some big games still ahead of us, of course.
SFLm is so unpredictable from week to week. I mean, Annapolis gave me exactly what I thought I would see. A lot of Randy Squarebush. No surprise there.
Yeah.
But every week,
Yeah.
you know, every team's beatable every single week.
Yeah, it's definitely it's one of the things I enjoy the most about watching these games week in, week out, is you see a lot of different things come to the table, a lot of ideas from coaches who may not necessarily have had major league experience, but they come out, they try some new things, and they try and get game plan in place for a team that they may only have for a season, and that's an impressive experience to get, some chops to get.
Not only that, but they add players every week for these teams, so you have like different people on the field every single week.
Indeed. SFLm player pool continuing to grow as we approach the SFL draft, and looking forward to being there with yourself, Rochelle, as respective team owners. Player of the game, no surprise, Randy Squarebush. 30 attempts, 272 yards, 2 touchdowns, only the 17 receiving yards. But that will do it from the Annapolis Navigators. Thank you for joining us. I've been Liam Crowther, your play-by-play commentator, joined by Rochelle Colston. You've been watching the SFLm. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you soon.
Everybody be safe.